Hello, just another challenge. Uh, this gonna be a Power Query challenge from Excel BI again. The challenge requires uh, there is a set of data in the column A, and when we download its practice file, we see that the first item is not important, starting with age, and then there's a couple of numbers. It's not important, but the starting from app, the item, this item is very important. It is parent id. We will group with the parent ids. This is going to be a first group, second group, and third group. Seems that we need to create a status path for for example a submission, and there are also dates for each row, for each step, and we will calculate the life cycle days considering those dates. So everything seems that it's very proper to solve it with Power Query, and I will take it to Power Query environment. First, I'm loading, importing it to a Excel file. Copy paste and doing all of the row heights like 14. Control T. My table has headers. I'm taking this to data type and Power Query environment. Going into the Power Query, and from this point on I want to use tablet column and text split in order to split the items that is in each row, and the column name is gonna be X. Each text split with the name of the column, or this one. I need the name of the column now. I want to copy it in here, and in the rectangular brackets I have to write the name of the column. Yeah, the Power Query doesn't allow us to use comma or this kind of separators as the column name. Because of this, I cannot use this one, this column name. So I want to change it in here like A, and I will use the step name also A. It will be I want to start with A step name, and the column name in of the table I already created like A. Then now I can change it. I can change the column name as A, and instead of source table it will be table A. So I could able to get my list for each row. When I look at the members of the list, actually I don't need the first items because it is very irrelevant because answer expected does not harbor this item starting with H. So I want to use list remove first n, and the first item is going to be removed. These items, all I need APP 101, and there is a date row, and also created the status. After this point, I can take only X column here. Because of this, I'm writing at the end of the function X with this format, and I am taking it as list. I turned it to list, and after that I can use another step, and table from columns can work. I will make it table in this format, but I want to table transpose. I want to change the display. This gonna be better. Yes. And I can, instead of the column names, column 1, column 2, column 3, I can rename the column names in here. This gonna be parent ID, date, and like parent ID, date, status 1, status 2, then I do it column table from columns. Okay, can I do it in here? Yes, I could able to change the column names. This will be step C, and after that I'm opening another column, tablet column. The name of the previous table and name of the column is going to be like Q, and I will say if status 2, if status 2 equal to null, then status 1, else please turn status 2 again. So this will work like each. I require each in my function. Tablet column always requires each, so this will work alright. And also create submitted in review response required, create submit in review response required, again submitted in review approach. It's working. So this will be step D. And my dates column, when I look at the date column, I recognize that it's not, the Power Query doesn't define it as date, so I'm making it date in here. As you see, it is already linked to right sites and also italic format. So I understood that this is date now. This will be E column, E step. I need those columns only. Remove other columns. F step. I need to group now. I want to group in order to create this table. I want to group from the home tab, group by. The name of the new column name is gonna be all, and operations. I want to see all of the columns, so all rows. I could able to group according to parent IDs. So when I look at the statement, I don't need these redundant statements. I'm erasing them, and in order to manipulate the data easily, I want to create a record. The name of the record is going to be A, and the record has been created. And in order to see within the record, I want to see A, step A. So I'm now within the record. The next step is going to be B, and I'm going to another line B. I want to from A, I want to Q column. I need the Q column, which are status. I can text combine of them with this sign. There is a sign. So I will go next step and B, text combine, text combine A's Q column, text combine with this sign, and I want to see this step B. So I could able to acquire the results what I want, what is expected. So the another step is gonna be when I want to see the step A, I want to extract the dates, also minimum dates and also maximum dates. I will extract the minimum date from the maximum dates. So I will get life cycle days. In order to do this, I'm creating another step and list max. I have to use step A's dates column minus here minus list min A date column, and this will be okay. Yes, this will be okay, but I need to merge. I could able to acquire the answer expected, status path, and life cycle days, but in separate steps. I need to merge them now. So here in the B, step B in my record, there is status cycle, and in the C there is life cycle days. So in order to merge them, I will use list zip, and I will merge B and C. This will be step D. I want to see the step D now. So there is an error. when I look for the what's the, we cannot convert the value created to type list. So I think if we want to work with the list zip, B and C must be list. So when I look at C, as you see, it's not list. So in order to do this, also be in the same format. It is not list. They are single value written in the each row. And if I want to zip them with the list format, I need the list format of them. So I'm creating a curly bracket and I'm putting B within the curly brackets, and same as C. The list zip format is, this is very standard. When we write list zip, we need to open the normal parentheses and curly parentheses, and inside the list zip, those items that we want to zip together needs to be in list format. Because of this, I turn into B and C in the list format, so it can work now. All I see is a list. I cannot see inside the list. In order to see inside the list, I want to combine them. This combine. And here I can able to see easily. This is what I want. Then I'm expand to new rows rather than this. I can go into next step and table from rows step D, and this is gonna be step E. Table from columns. When I get this, from now on, list combine. This is okay, but there have another, several ways to format this to the expected results. And what I can do is, for example, when I look at this one, step A, there is also parent ID. I want to zip the parent ID column also, and in order to do this, I will use like I can create another step in here, naming C1, and I can take the parent ID column, and this is C1. List combine is gonna be like near B and C. I can add C1, but in the curly bracket it's very important. And I want to view D. it says that already C1 already a list when I want to view C1. Yeah, it is already a list, and I can do list distinct because I want only one value of parent ID. So this is better, and without the curly bracket now I can use C1 because of B and C were not originally list. I I had to use curly brackets, and now I can view D. This is what I want, and from now on I only want all column. So because of this, I'm writing at the end of the function, table group function, all column. After that point, this will be step G, table from columns. Table from rows will work better in here. Table from rows. Yes. This is what we want, and this is the expected results. Created, submitted in a review, response required, submitted in a review, approved and closed. This is the duration with whole number. From this point I can write the column names like parent ID, and status, cycle, and cycle duration. Okay, this is working good. Age, this will be cycle duration. Exactly, it's need to be same. Cycle duration, yeah. So this is the results. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.